Good afternoon, everybody. It is Wednesday. Thank God we are halfway to the weekend. The weekend just does not come fast enough. I don't know. At least for me, it doesn't. Maybe for you guys, I don't know. Anyway, hey, we are going to go preview the World Women's College World Series that starts tonight. We're going to preview the Super Regionals, go over some things that happened in the regionals. I knew it was going to be a good regionals. Remember a couple weeks ago, whenever it was they announced it, I said usually in the regionals, you'll have a few regionals that are jam-packed with great teams. And then you'll have some regionals that have one or two good teams. And then you'll have regionals that just got one good team. It's like every regional, if it wasn't jam-packed, they have 2 and 3 good teams in there. And a lot of those lesser teams people were overlooking, hey, they shined and they showed. Anyway, we'll go over that. Before we start, we got some news items. Hit the subscribe button down there, subscribe button, so you don't miss anything. Let's get to some of this news we got. Hey, Mountain West Conference members, Utah State, San Diego State, Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State have given their official notice to the Mountain West Conference that they will be leaving for the Pac-12 in 2026. I'll like to see some other people go too. I never understood why Hawaii did never join the Pac-12. I mean, they're closer to the West Coast. They've had some good teams over the years, football and baseball and softball. So I don't know. Maybe they'll join later on. Who knows? Seems to be a lot shorter distance for them to travel to the West Coast and pass on the West Coast. I don't know. We'll see. I also like to see Wyoming join. I think Wyoming would be a good fit there too. Okay, College Football Hall of Fame ballot. They announced who was going to be on the ballot to get in. I think they make the selection next January. But some of the top names are Mark Ingram, remember him? Great running back at Alabama a few years ago. Cam Newton, great quarterback. Not so great of a person. I don't, stealing stuff and crazy stuff. I don't know. RG3, Robert Griffin III from the Baylor. And Ndamukong Suh, remember him from Nebraska? Badass defensive player. Had some controversial moments on the field, but still. Remember the old Iowa quarterback, Brad Banks? Remember him? He's on the Hall of Fame ballot now. Colorado running back legend Eric Bieniemy, great offensive coordinator for the Chiefs those years, won Super Bowls, great running back. He is on there. Oklahoma State, Des Bryant, great receiver. He's on there. Penn State's Keyjana Carter, he is going to be on there also. Pitt's Aaron Donald, Syracuse's Marvin Harrison. Oklahoma, Josh Heupel, won them the national championship. Now he's the coach of Tennessee. He is on that list. Ohio State, James Laurinaitis, remember him? He's a pretty good defensive player back in the day for the Buckeyes. Washington State, Ryan Leaf, great quarterback there. Washington State took them to the Rose Bowl. He is on that one. Cal's, Marshawn Lynch, he is on that ballot also. Here's a blast from the past. Illinois, Simeon Rice. Remember Simeon Rice? He is on the Hall of Fame ballot finally. And Florida State, Peter Warrick. Remember Peter Warrick, great wide receiver for Florida State back in the late 90s? I will always remember one game. It was the first weekend of college football. Teams play lesser teams, kind of get warmed up where they used to. They were playing Louisiana Tech there in Tallahassee. Peter Warrick, I don't remember if it was a kickoff return, punt return, or he just caught the ball out in the field. But he looked like a video game. Up and down like this, back and forth. I mean, it was crazy. It was like if somebody drawed up in the ground, in the dirt in the backyard. I mean, he was all over the field. Pretty amazing. I think he scored a touchdown on that one, if I remember right. I don't know. That was back in 1999, the first game against La Tech. Great player. Good to see him on there. Coaches, Larry Coker. Remember Larry Coker? Miami won national championship. Then he kind of had some bad years, so they got rid of him. Then he went to UTSA also and helped start that football program, and their football program is doing pretty good. Larry Coker was the coach there for the first, maybe 5, 6, 7 years. I forget how long, but he helped start that program go. Gary Patterson, TCU, remember him? Chris Peterson, who's at Boise State, then went to Washington. Now he's in the studio at Fox, I believe, if I remember right. In a total, there are 79 players on the ballot. 79 players and 9 coaches, from FBS schools. 100 players and 35 coaches on the ballot from lower level, FCS, Division II, Division III. Like I said, they'll make their announcement in January who is on the ballot or who elected to get into the Hall of Fame. So that's pretty cool. Jay Batt. Does he ring a bell? It doesn't ring a bell to me. But he leaves Georgia Tech to become Michigan State's new athletic director. I really don't pay much to athletic directors unless they're in the news for something, or if they're at A&M. But yeah, he is. Mississippi State, they hired Brian O'Connor as their new baseball coach. Came from Virginia. Hired him like the day they got eliminated from the tournament, I think, if I remember right. That was just a few days ago. Anyway, here's some cool piece of news. Okay, so LSU Shreveport, they're a junior college. They won baseball national championship this year. They were 59-0 this season. That was it. They didn't lose a damn game. 59 wins. Won the national championship in junior college. Longest winning streak by a college baseball team, any level. It doesn't matter. Division I school, Division II, it didn't matter. They have the longest winning streak, 59-0, and they won the national championship. That's pretty cool. I keep up with it because my wife is from Eunice, Louisiana, and LSU Eunice. They have always had a damn good baseball program. A lot of those players go on to LSU down in Baton Rouge to play. So I kind of keep up with the junior college just to see what's going on, But pretty impressive. LSU Shreveport, congratulations. 59-0. That's awesome. They'll get some rings for that. All right, so like I said, we had some crazy regionals. Crazy things happen. Baton Rouge Regional, LSU ended up winning that thing, but Little Rock did not make it easy, which is crazy because Little Rock was 19-32 in the regular season. Mowed through their tournament, got into the regional, gave LSU fits. But LSU, hey, handed it to them. They pulled it out. But, okay, so Little Rock, they did that to LSU, gave them fits. They were 19-32 in the regular season. Makes me wonder, what happened in the regular season? Did they have injuries? I don't know, but tell you what, if LSU had that much trouble against Little Rock, they might want to really pour it on here because I think they got West Virginia. We'll go over that in a minute in the Super Regionals. I actually thought Texas would win their regional. But then I wasn't so sure the way UTSA beat them in that first game. I was like, I don't know. UTSA might win this thing. I was still thinking Texas would, but I was wrong. UTSA won that thing. Okay, so Eugene. I thought Oregon would win their regional. But I started reading Duck fans' comments online, and they started saying, this is going to be a typical Duck thing. We kick butt in the regular season, no matter what sport it is. Then we get to the postseason, and we just lay down flat. And give it to them. They were right. I mean, Oregon, they did. I mean, I can't believe they didn't win their regional, but Duck fans, they know better than I do. So, yeah, there you go. Wasn't sure who would win the Clemson regional. I thought it'd either be Clemson or Duke. I wasn't really sure. I didn't have a favorite there. Duke ended up winning that one. Same thing with Athens. I wasn't sure who was going to win that one. I thought it was going to be UGA. Wait a minute. I think I got my stuff mixed up here. Anyway, I thought Georgia was going to win the I got Duke down twice for some reason. I don't know what I'm thinking. Anyway, wasn't sure if Clemson was going to win their regional. Wasn't sure if Georgia was going to win theirs, but whichever one Duke was in, I forget. They won. Vanderbilt. I thought Vanderbilt would win the national regional. Nope. No. I'll tell you what, though. It's probably going to piss off Vandy fans, but I am happy about it that I can enjoy the Super Regionals and the World Series without the damn Whistler. I'm sorry. If you're a Vandy fan, I know he's tradition and all that, but everybody else in America is sick of that guy. Not just him either. I was watching, was the East Carolina game last Saturday? Some lady must have been right under the microphone because she would not shut up. Hey, cheer your team on. I get that. But it was constant. I almost had to put it on mute like I do the Vanderbilt game. So, hey, if you're a fan, you love your game, hey, I shout too when my team's scoring and all that when I'm there at the game. But, man, give it a break sometimes. Shit. I mean, all you're doing is just irritating people. I'm sure a lot of Vandy fans of the game are sometimes, some of them wonder, I wish this guy would just shut up for a little bit. I wasn't high on Southern Miss winning their regional, and they didn't. So there you go. I thought Ole Miss would win the Oxford Regional. Murray State, boy, what a story, man. Murray State just mowing through everybody. Murray State comes out of that thing. They win. All right, so tonight, Women's College World Series starts. Game 1, 8 p.m. Number 9, Texas Tech versus number 6, Texas. We got an all Texas World Series here. Some of the leaders here. Texas Tech leaders. Davis, 86 hits, 26 RBIs. Allred, 64 hits and 54 RBIs. Pitching, Kennedy, 304 strikeouts. That's pretty damn impressive. Lincoln, way back behind her, 52 strikeouts. Pretty impressive, though. Kennedy also leads the team in home runs. She bats, too, and she's hit 11 home runs this season. Texas, Maloney leads the way, 90 hits, 23 RBIs. Behind her, Atwood, 73 hits and 86 RBIs. Atwood also leads the team with 21 home runs. Pitching, Kavan, 224 strikeouts. Gutierrez behind her with 69 strikeouts. Game 2 will be tomorrow night, 8 p.m. No word yet as of yesterday when Game 3 will be, if the Game 3 is needed. So we'll just have to watch out for that one. All right, so baseball, Super Regionals on Friday. Let me get a drink here real quick. Chapel Hill. God, I hate these day games. I mean, if you're at work, you got access to a computer. That's cool. You can watch them. But if you don't, anyway, 12 p.m. Chapel Hill, number 21 Arizona versus number 1 UNC. That'll be a pretty good matchup. Louisville, 3 p.m. Miami, who's Miami hasn't looked like Miami baseball in a while, but this year they're looking a lot better than they have been. They're not quite where they were, 90s, 2000s, but they're looks like they might be going back that way. Anyway, they got Louisville. Corvallis, 6 p.m. Number 7, Florida State travels there to play number 8, Oregon State. Oregon State, several years ago, they won 2 or 3 World Series in a row. I forget. I know 2 for sure. I'm not sure if they won the third one. Maybe that was South Carolina. Didn't hit the third one, but Oregon State, they're a damn good baseball team. And then Auburn, 9 p.m. Number 11, Coastal Carolina is going to come to Auburn. Number 9, Auburn, play them, give them some fits, I'm sure. Saturday, Louisville, 11 a.m., Game 2, Louisville versus Miami. Chapel Hill, that'll be at noon. That'll be Game 2, UNC versus Arizona. Durham, 1 p.m., Game 1, Murray State. Murray State, could they be the Cinderella team? Could they be the ones that make it to the World Series? Well, they got to get by Duke first. Baton Rouge, 2 p.m., Game 1, West Virginia versus number 3, LSU. LSU better not play like they did against Little Rock. Auburn, 3 p.m., Game 2, number 9, Auburn versus number 11, Coastal Carolina. Fayetteville, 5 p.m., Game 1. God, I wish this game was like a 7 or 8. Number 16, Tennessee versus number 6, Arkansas. It's going to be a hell of a matchup. 5 p.m., though. God. L.A., 7 p.m., Game 1, UTSA going out there to see what they can do with number 13, UCLA. Corvallis, 9 p.m., Game 2, number 8, Oregon State versus number 7, Florida State. Durham, their Game 2, Murray State and Duke will be Sunday at noon. Baton Rouge, their Game 2, West Virginia and LSU, that'll be at 6 p.m. on Sunday. Fayetteville, we just talked about them, number 16, Tennessee, number 6, Arkansas. Their Game 2 will be 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. And then L.A., UTSA versus number 13, UCLA. Their Game 2 will be Sunday at 3. And then if any of them need to go to 3 games, they'll announce that later on. But right now, Chapel Hill, UNC versus Arizona. That's pretty interesting. Durham, I want to see how Murray State. I want to see if Murray State can keep this thing going. So I'm going to be watching that one closely. Baton Rouge, I'll be watching. My wife's an LSU fan. I want to see if they play a lot better against West Virginia. Number 9, Auburn, and number 11, Coastal Carolina. That's going to be an interesting super regional. Coastal Carolina is a good baseball team, but now they're going up against big boys. We'll see how that one. And like I said, Fayetteville, Tennessee, and Arkansas. Why this game isn't later? I guess because of West Coast crap. Still, man, I wish that game started at 7, but oh well. But at 7, hey, UTSA. Being from Texas, they're just UTSA is a couple hours down the road. After beating Texas, I want to see how they do going out there to L.A. to play UCLA. And then Corvallis, late night baseball, Oregon State and Florida State. That'd be a pretty interesting matchup. See how Florida State does traveling cross country like that. against a good powerhouse like Oregon State. Anyway, that's it. We'll be back probably Sunday morning, Sunday early afternoon to go over everything that's happened. I'm guessing by then we'll have a Women's World Series champion. Like I said, Game 1 and Game 2 have been announced. Surely Game 3 would be on a Friday, and they wouldn't wait till Monday. That'd be just stupid. But nice to see it's right before the weekend. Past years they've had the games on Saturday, Sunday, or was it Monday and Tuesday? Saturday, Monday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I forget. I hate when championship games are on a Monday night. Basketball, football, I hate that crap. So that's cool. I imagine we'll have a champion by Sunday. Then we'll see what happens in the Super Regionals. They look like they're going to be pretty good. Like I said, it's Wednesday. Hey, we're halfway to the weekend. Just put your head down. Stay busy. Remember, Friday. Games during the day, so you can watch those. Friday will go by fast watching baseball games on the computer at work. Anyway, we'll see you back Sunday. Y'all have a great week, great weekend. We'll see you then.